Hello everyone, welcome back to Glitz and Glitter. So I told you yesterday I had some mail to go through, so I want to do that first before I do two projects today. Two orders we're going to get done. One I haven't done for quite a while. I hope I still have it in me. Okay, so the first thing I received from Melody sent me a beautiful letter. I'm not going to read that one on camera, but she has made a whole bunch of bookmarks. And here's a code that she puts on the back. Let me pull these off in case you want to scan it. She gives these away, I guess, to people when she's out and about. They are beautiful. They're like paper. She paints the paper and then they're like laminated. And then she puts this code on the back that goes straight to her church, and you can watch their services online if you want. So check them out if you want to. So we've got peace and follow with the scripture that goes with them. These are gorgeous. Thank you so much, Melody. These are really pretty. She says I can give them away if I want to, but I don't know if I want to. But I don't know if I own this many books. This one is really nice. Look at all that glitter in there. Love that. Peace, John 14:27. Let me get these off. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I give any of these away. I don't like to hoard things, though. Look at the way she paints. I think it said watercolors. Yeah, she's focused on watercolors right now. So she's painting her paper and then using it for these purposes. That one's so pretty. That's awesome, Melody. Thanks for thinking of me. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are too much. I just can't believe the amount of mail that comes into this house is unbelievable. All because of you guys. I got something from Kathy with 2 E's. I didn't get it, actually. Don got his own happy mail, but he's not here, but I'm sure we're going to bring it up the next time he is on. She says, nobody wants to see you feeling slighted. Here's a little happy mail for you. Enjoy, from Kathy with 2 E's. She sent him his own business cards. It says, Glitz and Glitter, Don Sagletti, aka His Royal Highness, known to all by his famous glitz effect. So he was extremely excited and laughing out loud for quite a while when he opened this yesterday. And he isn't here. I'm like, you need to open that on camera, but he isn't here. But I wanted to make sure I got it on before I forgot. And I'm sure he's going to let y'all know next time he's on. I got a box from Laura's Art Corner today. She sent me one of her magnets. That was nice. That's going to go on my fridge. She sent me a whole bunch of stuff today. So we're going to test, I don't know how much of this, obviously not all today, but let's go through it. So she's got fairy dust sparkle glass. These are like teeny tiny, itty bitty, iridescent diamonds. So those are really pretty. Couple diamondy things. These are called baubles, and they're basically glass beads, the same kind of color. So these are good for shakers. Those are really pretty. I used to sell them until I ran out, and then I didn't restock anything, but they did sell out immediately. And then these are called sparkle diamonds. Now these are really pretty. I don't know. I guess you put them in shakers or things, because they're diamond shaped, so I can't use them as rhinestones. So that's really gorgeous. They all have an iridescent shine to them on the upside, other than the backside, which is silver. So those are pretty. She sent me several Lorez colors. She sells Lorez colors. And we've got, what's this one called? Angel White. So I'm sure you can use this. It's a pigment paste, like a for blooming too. I bet you any money. And then she also sent me Midnight Black, so a new black and white pigment paste from Lorez. And she sent me, look at this gorgeous one, Lavender Blush. That is so pretty. Purple is gorgeous. And then this one is called Blue Lagoon. Deep blue. So we'll have to try these out. And then she sent me this one. This is pretty. This looks like a purple blue shift. It's called Blue Thistle. I could be wrong, but it looks like it could be. So she knows I love blues. And then Deep Blue Hyacinth. Those are very close. This one's a little bit darker. Let's put them upside down so you can look at them while I'm talking here. Then she sent me White Allium. So that's like, I wonder if this is a matte white. Something leaked. Oh, this one was leaking in there, so that's why it's purple. So yeah, I'm wondering if, I don't know if that's, maybe it's not matte. No, I don't think it is matte. Oh, look at that. That's got color in it. That's interesting. That's beautiful. We need to try that one. Magic Diamond Multi. So we got multicolor. Look at that. Oh, wow. That's like a rainbow crushed crystal. I've never seen that before. Magic Diamond Multi. We have to use that. What do we got? Freesia. Let's see what this one looks like on my hand. That looks like white. Yep, that looks like white. I don't see any hints of colors, but I'm sure she will correct me if I'm wrong. This is the one that leaked a little bit. Boomerang Lilac. Look at that one. That is like a fuchsia. Gorgeous. And then Magnolia Shimmer, which I did not know she has, but that looks just like our crushed crystal. Exactly like our crushed crystal. So if you need a crushed crystal and you want to shop from a small business, Magnolia Shimmer is what you're wanting. So those are what I have today to show you. I am going to move this because I'm going to open today's box. I need something out of it, but I only need one thing out of it for the order. Let me move all these. Actually, let me get them off my table. And thank you, Laura. Thank you so much for that box of goodies. That was pretty amazing. I'm going to have fun with them for sure. Taba Squishies kit. This was mailed to me a long time ago when I was doing all of these dragons. And I have not opened it because after I got it from Dawn, thank you, Dawn, I never got another dragon order. I was getting these dragon orders like crazy the way I'm getting the cross orders. Now I've got a dragon order for Billy, and this is the kit it comes in case you guys didn't see it or you're new to resin. This is the only kit you can get this mold in, and this is what is so popular in this kit, but you have to buy the kit to get it now that I got stuff on it. So this is the cute little dragon mold. I had such a time with the eyes because you can't see through the silicone on this. So I'm going to try it again today and see what happens. I may be having to pour this twice and doing the eyes by hand. It also comes with this. I'm just going to go through the kit for you. Just in case you are interested in the kit, you'll know what comes in it. This is that adorable little hamster. Chubby little thing. Taba, this is a squishy kit. It's silicone rubber, and that's what these are meant for. This is really shiny. And the last one I had from this just was so worn. There were flaws in it. This one should be perfect. It's beautiful and shiny. It comes with a little bag that you could put your squishies in. It comes with your manual kit. Of course, your flex rubber, your A and your B. I'm not going to make squishies with this today. Oh, it even came with eyes. So pink and yellow eyes, 2 sets, but these are not going to match, so I can't use those. It came with these. These went on, I don't remember which one of these. Oh, these are the eyes for the hamster. That's right. Those are the eyes for the hamster. It comes with silicone coloring, so purple and gardenia white. These are little tags that you could put on it if you're going to give them away. It comes with your mold release cream, so you put this cream into the mold and then you pour your silicone in to get them out a little bit easier. It comes with the chains that you could put on the bag. These are the little tags that go on the chain for the bag. Comes with your brush, which I'm going to take out right now and put with my brushes because I love those brushes. Comes with 2 mixing cups. Of course, this is your flocking after it's done. You've got your gloves for that. And stir sticks, of course. Always got stir sticks. And then this. What is this? I don't remember what this is. Oh, this is your like makeup kit. So see on here how they did pink on the cheeks and the feet and the belly and things like that. That's what this was used for. There's your makeup kit. so you could rub it on your final product. So that's basically eyeshadow. You can use that as eyeshadow. That's what mica powder is anyway. If you didn't know that, mica powder is eyeshadow. So I'm just not going to be using all this today, but I wanted to show it to you just in case you've never seen the squishies. And they're just squishy. They're very soft silicone to play with. So I'm just going to put all this back in there for someday if we do them. Again, I'm not sure. We'll see. They're not my favorite thing, but they're cute. They're fun for kids. If you have grandkids, they're going to love these things. But I just wanted to get that opened and get this dragon mold out is what we need for today. Now I am going to fill the other order, this same cross that we did yesterday. The only thing I'm going to do is add crushed crystal to this one. And you know what? We're going to do the crushed crystal that she just sent me so you could see it in the resin. So we'll do that one. This one needs to be black and red. Haven't figured out how I'm going to incorporate black and red. They weren't specific on how they wanted it poured. I do need to see if I can get eyes in here. And yeah, so let's begin. Let me grab some eyes. I got one in. I'll do the other one with you. These are the only ones that have red and black in them. So with the slit in there, I drew the slit on the back side so I knew which side it was going in. Got my bonding UV resin out here. Putting just a drop in the center of the eye, which I just think I put too much. If you put too much in, it's going to come out the edges and you're going to see that. So I just dabbed a little bit out. Place the eye in that socket the best you can. Like I said, me and eyes are not good at each other. We don't like each other. We try to play nice. It doesn't always work. I'm trying to turn it to make sure the eye's going up and down. And then take your flashlight or your UV light of whatever you have. Getting them to sit in there is really hard for me. And then I think it's in there right. It's basically you don't know until you unmold it. Let me fix that. It's not perfect. It's so hard to see. This is not a see-through. I can't tell you how many tips and tricks I was getting when I was doing these. This is not a see-through mold. You cannot see the eyes from the front. So many people were like, just look at the front of the mold and you can see the eyes. No, you can't. Not through this one. I wish you could. That would have made my life a whole lot easier. I'm just trying to cure it from inside and outside. And then I'm not going to put, I wanted to put this one in the pressure pot, but I'm worried about the eyes popping right off when I put this under pressure. So I'm not going to do that. And I don't know, I don't think that that one's placed right. It moved. I need to move it back. Like, those eyes fit in the socket in this mold, but it's so easy to not get it in there because you can't see what you're doing. It's not easy to see what you're doing. Put it that way. And you can't see, it just fell off. So it's not even sticking. Maybe I shouldn't use my bonding resin. Let me get my tweezers. I don't have my gloves on here. Yeah. I'm going to cure this, get that UV resin off. The other one is okay, I think. Let me try this with my other resin. I'm going to do this off camera so I don't have to waste your time, but that's how I'm doing it.
Brushes in hand and the world is my stage. Colors are loud like they're breaking the cage.
I mixed up 12 ounces. I redid one of the other. I did the eyes over again. Wasn't too sure. I mean, I've just got it sitting in there. You can kind of see them, but not clearly. So I'm just letting it sit in front of this UV light for quite a while. So I split it 6 and 6. I do want to put my table here. Oh, we need to get the shimmer in. So let's try this Magnolia shimmer in here. I don't know how much you're actually going to see because of the facets, but it's okay. We're going to do it anyway. just the tad bit and see if that does the same thing the crushed crystal does. I would imagine it does. Now I'm not going to vacuum chamber this one because I don't need to. I'm going to put a little bit more. I guess it doesn't matter to overdo it because you're not going to see a lot with underdoing it. Then I'm just going to pour this one, and I think I'm going to pour another hummingbird for Dawn. Since I got the pressure pot going. Yeah, it's in there. I could use more though. Might need a little more than this, than normal crushed crystal. But I'm also looking at 1,000,000 bubbles, so I honestly can't tell. Definitely got it in there now. Oh yeah, it's in there. Okay, I don't need any more of that. I pulled out my scarlet pigment paste. I decided I'm going to marble the dragon with pigment paste because I think that's our best bet for getting the marbling to stay in place. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to drip in the black like normal, so I'm not going to mix up any black. I'm just going to, I see something in my mold here. I'm just going to mix up red like I'm doing pendants because that seems to be, I guess it's stuck in my mold. Must be in my silicone, whatever that is. All right. Let's just get this coated. Oh yeah, it's definitely shimmering in there. Now that I poured it in, you can definitely see it. I am going to coat it. Even though I'm not vacuum chambering the bubbles out, I do like to do my best for it to be successful the first time. This takes about 6 ounces, just under 6 ounces. And I'm not gonna mix up that one until why do I feel like this is not enough? I don't know. The dragon takes 5 ounces, so I don't know. Let me get this over there and get it in place. Actually, I don't need to do that. I'll do that in a second. So let me just pour this one. I'm going to spritz that this time. Hopefully it'll trade places with the resin and not give us a bunch of bubbles in that rose. I know yesterday when I did it, a bunch of bubbles popped out of there. And I think the alcohol did its trick because I don't see any bubbles coming out. I'm going to need more resin, so I don't know why it's different than what I said yesterday. I have written on here 2.5 and 3.5. That equals 6, and 6 did not fill it, so weird, really weird. Gosh, I hope I have enough now for that. I'm gonna, gosh, maybe I split it wrong because that was a lot more than normal. I'm gonna find my little bubble wand here because I can see some bubbles underneath there. Right there, got it. You still gotta coax these bubbles out from underneath here. It's not going to be a miracle worker. I think I got them all. Now that I have this completely full, I have to carry it over to the top. I think I have it too full, to be honest with you. Put some back in there. I'm glad I didn't mix up the red yet. Still too full. Too domed, especially to carry it. I can always fill it up over there. That should be good. I think I'm going to put that into a cup and see if I have 5 ounces left because I need 5.1, I think it said. All right. Spritz those on top. I don't see anything underneath. But let's go around one more time. I Can't tell if that's silicone or if it's bubbles. Hopefully it's not bubbles. Okay, let me get this situated. I put it in this cup to see what I have left. I have barely 5 ounces. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was because of the cup that I measured in last time or something. I'm not sure. But I won't be doing this one, that's for sure, unless I need to mix up some more. So let's get this one colored and vacuum chambered. This is the Scarlet, like I said, by Rolio. Their pigment paste. This is from their primary set. You could also buy it separately if you want to. I love that about Rolio. And Eye Candy also. You could just buy what you want. You don't have to buy a set if you don't need to. So the other thing I worry about is the pigment paste dropping. So yeah, I don't want it to drop. I'm going to wipe this stick off. And I'm not going to use this stick to mix it anymore. I just wanted to use that so I can mix it in here really easy. Then get a real mixing stick. And hope, because I just did a cross off camera the other day with the pigment paste because I thought it was going to be the perfect color. And I pulled it out of the pressure pot the next day and I didn't mix my pigment paste right. And it settled right on the front in a couple places and didn't cure and ruined that. So it's so frustrating, especially on the crosses, because I don't get a lot of chances to make them. And when one doesn't come out, I'm really frustrated that I have to do it again. All right. I'm just going to keep stirring and stirring for a few minutes off camera, get it in the vacuum chamber, and then we'll pour it.
Glitz and glitter lighting up the night, painting dreams with a shimmer so bright, rhinestones dancing, catching every eye. This is my moment, gonna touch the sky. Dipped in gold with a stroke of flare, diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz and gold with a stroke of flare, diamonds shine in the midnight air. Glue and gems, they're my magic spell, turning the ordinary into something to tell. Glitz.
That took twice as long as normal because my cup was too full. The pigment paste goes crazy in a vacuum chamber and I was too lazy to pull it out and put it in a bigger cup. So I just dealt with it and continued to release the pressure. What I was waiting for was it to implode on itself, not with help. That's when you know it's done. So that took quite a while. All right, so all I'm going to do is what I usually do. Let me get that same stir stick. Drip some black in. Stir it up. I don't want like dark red. I want black marble. So let me stir. Trying to get a marbling of sorts. And then what doesn't marble, I'm going to accessorize with the color that I need, either black or red. So this is going to be slightly marbled black. Let me just get it up here where it's ready to come out. And again, we can accessorize after the fact with black or red stones or pens or what have you. We'll see what we got going. All right. Oh, good. There's enough. And there's even going to be enough to do my little butterfly to get that in the pressure pot. So that's super cool. All right. Just spritz those bubbles. Gosh, I hope the eyes are in place, because if they're not, we're doing it again. All right, I gotta wipe my table off. Grab my little butterfly and get him filled a little bit. These little molds that you guys are buying from us on eBay, these don't get filled all the way to the top, just so you know. They're hand cut molds, and let me spritz that. They're not made to be filled to the top because they are molded from actual brooches that are not flat on the back, so it is impossible to get a perfect cut for a flat piece. Plus, they should only be molded about 1/8 of an inch deep. Make sure you go down in all the points as well. And up in the wings. For any of these tiny ones that we are selling on eBay, you just gotta pour them under the cut line. Most likely you'll be trimming all the pieces unless you get a perfect pour. I have not had a perfect pour yet, but it's very easy to fix after a demold because they are such thin pieces. All right, so I'd rather, you know, over pour a little bit than have a spot that is like too thin. But when you do that, just be sure to realize that you will be trimming these pieces. We have lots of these little tiny ones in there, so I just wanted to reiterate for you. This one is staying here on the table. I'll do something with that. I don't know what, but I'll do something with it, and I'll see you on Demold. We're going to try to get everything out of the molds right now. These ones on the table are still a little warm. I took them out of the pressure pot and then I turned it off, but it's still kind of warm. This is cooled down and ready to come out. But let's start with the extras like normal. I did pour them into pendants, dripping black in. So here are those. That marbling looks okay. Too bad it's all on the sides. Not too bad though. Let's see. Pretty cool. Subtle blackness. That one's mostly black, a little bit of red. They're all savable though. Not too bad. This one is nothing. That's just extra resin sitting in the molds. Let me get them out real quick. All right. Let's get this out. Hopefully it don't break it because it is still cooling down. I'm just gonna work it out all the way around because of this one wing. Not too bad. Again, it's just to cast in silicone, so, but the marbling actually came out pretty decent for not needing it for anything. I just have to do that beak. You always have to trim that beak because the beak sits up off of the mold because it's a little three-dimensional original, so it's not a flat piece, so you do have to trim, but that's not too bad. All right, let's see if I can get this one out, and I want to see if we could see that crushed crystal. Most of all, the next one I make like this is going to be colorful. You can see it a little bit, yeah. Now in the matte part of the mold, it just looks like specks. That's what happens in matte molds and glitter. You don't see the actual sparkle, you just see that there's specks of something. But you can see it a little bit if you're looking for it. Like just glancing at it, I don't think anybody's gonna notice, but now that I know that it's there, you can see it in there. I hope this one's okay to come out. Ooh, I think you might be able to see it in this one though. Look at that. No, you can't really tell. This has all that close-knit diamonds You definitely can't see it through there. You really have to look hard to see it through there, but it's in there. You can see it more in the top than you can the bottom. Again, one of my favorite molds that Into Resin makes, but I'm going to leave that apart for right now. So it doesn't cure together. It shouldn't cure together, but I'm not going to take any chances since it's a good one. All right, let's get this little baby dragon out of here. He's definitely cooled down. Let's just, oh, the eyes. I'm just now remembering the eyes. Oh boy. Is this one gonna be okay? I just want to be careful unmolding it because the other old mold kind of got messed up underneath the wings. I don't know if it came that way or if I did it by ripping it out too many times. So I'm gonna be really careful here. Come here. Ouch. Not too bad. I got a little bit of red underneath here though that leaked down there. I wonder if I can get that off with a knife. Oh, it might be up underneath that. No, I think it's on the top of that. I don't know. I'm going to have to play around with that. If worse comes to worse, I mean, they're not out of place. They're not like up in his head. But if I can't get that off, I'm going to just paint the eyes myself. But other than that, we lost a lot of the black, so I'm going to pull the black in. We got some bubbles in the toes. So I might have to, well, I usually put stones there too. I was going to say, I got a couple bubbles right here underneath because I was afraid to squish anything. So I might have to build that up. Looking straight on, you don't see it, but I do usually put stones on there. So I think that's okay because looking straight on, it's fine, but I'll just build it up so it's not sharp. So I'm going to add black. Since it's mostly red, I will do black rhinestones. And figure out what I'm going to do with this little fella. He is cute though. He's not too bad. This mold is a little better than the last one I had. So let me trim him up and do a little magic. Let's see if I can save this little fella.
Michelle's in the studio. Name on the door, paint on her jeans. Apron full of sparkle, coffee ring circles on her old workbench seams. There's a jar on the table, clear as the morning after rain. Little rose frozen in the middle, like it's never gonna fade again. Glitz and glitter, give God glory. Every color, He's the story. Every viewer on that screen, you sent 'em, Lord. Hands are busy, heart is praying. Thank you, Jesus, while she's making tiny worlds that shine for you and nothing more. She's serving the Lord. Right there, pouring resin on that floor. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Red hummingbird by the window, catching every bit of light. Looks like it's carved out of crystals, ready to take off in flight. Cute baby dragon on the counter, red and black scales curled in a grin. Little tail tucked like it's guarding all the joy she's pouring in. Glitz and glitter, give God glory. Every color, He's the story. Every viewer on that screen, you sent 'em, Lord. Hands are busy, heart is praying. Thank you, Jesus, while she's making tiny worlds that shine for you and nothing more. She's serving the Lord. Right there, pouring resin on that floor. Every like, every share is another little answered prayer. She just laughs and says, it's you, not me. From the first small mold to the last piece sold, she's building more than memories.
looks like everything is done. Here's the pendants with the bails on. Always look nicer with the bails on. Didn't do anything to that. Trimmed it, resin restored it. That's it. That one's easy. And here is the star of the show. Dun da da da. Isn't she cute? I hope Billy wanted a girl one because I did put eyelashes on her. So I fixed the eyes. Did you notice? What I did was I took my craft knife and I peeled that layer of UV resin off that was on from the mold. So remember I dripped the resin into the mold, stuck the eye in and UV resined it? Well, that layer you can peel off. And I did. I dug it out, peeled it off, recoated the eye with UV resin. So that way, everything. I had a couple scratches from doing that, and the resin just kind of covered those up. So then I just painted the horns. I needed to bring black back in. So the horns black, the feet black, the toenails, the rhinestones obviously are black. I put the eyelashes on the eyes. Put a little black and white bow on her face and painted the back of the wings and put one stone on the bottom of each of these little, whatever they are, scales down the back. So there it is. Oh my gosh, this thing has been such a long time since I've made one. So now I remember, squeeze the toes. So I filled them in with UV resin, filled the bottoms in with UV resin, painted them black. So those should be good. I think it's pretty cute. A little tiny cross-eyed, but not too horrible. If she doesn't like them, well, it'll be on eBay and we'll try it again. All right, guys. Well, I'll get you some cute photos of this little guy. Girl, I should say. And I am prepping for tomorrow, so I will see you then. Hope to see you there. Have a blessed day, everybody. Bye.
Glitz and glitter paint her way. She lights up hearts come what may. With a brush of faith she starts. Jesus whispers through her art. Patience blooms in every hue. Her love for viewers shines so true. Shimmer sparkles in her eyes. A radiant soul under bright skies. Glitz and glitter, Michelle, a story. Her colors tell faith and love in every part. Jesus guides her shining heart. Ooh, 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 ooh. Canvas dreams and sparkly streams. Her laughter flows like sunlit beams. With each stroke her spirit sings a master.